Hello, so my name's Michael Conneely, and this video offers you some pretty wonderful stuff about the astrological interpretation and work that can come from it for the full moon of December the 8th, 2022. This is my reading of the nature of the full moon, and as with all my work, it combines the vastness of Vedic astrology with the needed psychological additional dimensions of Western astrology. Now you can see the chart and the ephemeris for the full moon on the December 2022 page of my Star Wheel Astrology website. And as with all my Lunations videos and blogs, also watch my Part 2 video offering, which is a guided vision journey to meet and positively work with the energies offered by this December the 8th full moon. And towards the end of the blog and video that we're doing now, see my news about my new worldwide dating site for those on a spiritual pathway. And it's optionally supported by 8 astrologers and healers if you wish to add their services. And it's called lovestardating.com. And last introductory remark, to get a reading from me, one of my wonderful readings, go to my Star Wheel Astrology website. Okay, so here's my reading of the energies of this full moon of December the 8th, 2022, and what we can do best with those energies for our life purpose. Basically, centrally, there's a tense, irritable, exact Moon-Mars conjunction at 22 degrees Vedic Taurus, where our best response to this is actually to break out of our stuckness, out of any particular stuck situation we're in now, out of our stuck rut mindset that we might have, and move away from our stuck life path onto our best life path. And this irritable conjunction of upset and danger, Moon conjunct Mars, is in Rohini Nakshatra, the wonderful 27 lunar signs of Vedic astrology. Rohini is one of those. And basically, our best response to the energy of Moon conjunct Mars in Rohini Nakshatra is also to break out of our stuckness, out of our stuck situations, out of our stuck rot mindset. In fact, this is actually an irritable conjunction of some potential upset and danger. You see, Rohini Nakshatra's energy is heavy about materialism and stuckness, as well as material wealth, focus, charm and charisma. But its nemesis is stuckness. And that is the energy of this full moon. Now the second crucial point is, about this time, there's a huge compelling force driving us as well. And that is because Lilith is opposition Pluto now. We are each being offered the chance to grab additional power by accessing buried material that's stuffed into our shadow side, and buried power that was stuffed into our shadow side, that is ongoingly stuffed into our shadow side. It also offers us the needed fullness of our self and our expression that can be found by wise and perceptive encounter with our wild side that was disallowed and denied. And in fact, when we stand in our fuller identity and wanting to leave stuckness behind, you will hear that, like a mysterious voice that whispers to you to grab the flame of power and expression from the ether now. If we can connect to and be aware of our Lilith-Pluto compelling force, and that might be such an eye-opener to us when we discover it, we should respect it and value it. Don't continue to be held back by inculcated, negative, disempowering scripts laid upon you, identities laid upon you. Use this full moon so that you don't deny yourself the fullness of your potential by staying stuck, for example, in a formulaic organisation that you might be connected with, even if it's meant to do with astrology or healing. Respect what potential is in your Lilith-Pluto shadow, and it will smash the moon in Taurus, Rohini, Stockside. Get in touch with me for a reading if you need to find more about your Lilith hidden power. So, this full moon is actually sending us whispers that can get through to us, even fiercely, to honour our fullness now, to smash our blocking habits, to see better the fullness and beauty of our incarnational inspiration as it should manifest now. And because it's in Taurus, I feel sure, this will often involve the initiation of a new project, or a project that's in the early stage with you but isn't really going forward with fullness, momentum and joy. So it's either this full moon could unleash a new project, or a project that's incipient or just in the early making stage. But now your project must have power, formation, depth, authenticity to the real you, the you who you really are, that you'll feel so much better if you inhabit and express. And so actually this full moon is also about mastering a skill, the project, construction and growth. These are the energies we must embrace with this full moon in Taurus. Make the most of this opportunity, or you will live less full in your realization of your self-potential. The shadow energy of this full moon in Taurus is fear, lack of willpower, stagnancy. Give up a habit now that you really want to give up. Give up a script now that you really want to give up. Give up a way of holding your body even that you really want to give up. Perhaps a defeated or shamed way. Give up that pathway you are sick of repetitively walking. Turn the irritable energy of full moon conjunct Mars into positive battle, courage, delight, and give it form. Form in about the way you hold your body, form about your path forward, your project. Now, I tell you more about Taurus and Rohini a bit further on, and indeed the potential cataclysm energies of Rohini Beta, which runs from 19 to 24 degrees Taurus. But before I do that, I want to get on with further important facets of the energy of this full moon. There is loads of spirituality and vision energy present. Spirituality and vision potential that we should make more fully conscious, that we should make a willing effort to manifest at the time of this full moon. And let that spirituality and vision energy that's more available now flood into your consciousness and practice going forward, expressing and embodying that. Okay, what am I talking about? Well, Jupiter turned direct on the 24th of November, and Jupiter rules Vedic Pisces, where he's now transiting. Check out what house in your chart is Vedic Pisces. So on my website there's a page about what's the meaning of each house, and of course get a reading from me. Jupiter also doesn't just rule Pisces, he rules Sagittarius as well, of course. Now it's actually a matter not just of Jupiter, but of Jupiter-Neptune, because Neptune turned direct on the 4th of December, and Jupiter and Neptune are within an orb of 6 degrees. Now, so let's look at the best meaning of this Jupiter-Neptune combination, and I like to refer to Reinhold Ebertin's combination of stellar influences, where we see that at its highest potential, the Jupiter-Neptune combination is compassion, mysticism, idealism, even sometimes gain without effort. It's dreamers, mystics, and the courageous. And please be aware that there's a special twist to this full moon's Jupiter energy. Like a wild card, Jupiter is actually conjunct the most dreadful energy star, Shayat. Shayat's energy is danger, misfortune and accidents. Out of Shayat catastrophe potential, however, can come wisdom. And please note that Shayat need not be actual catastrophe. That energy, crucially, involves smashing a stuck negative situation. So this brings me back to the message of this full moon's irritational moon conjunct Mars, stuck in Taurus and Rohini. But when we apply a sort of almost like a catastrophe energy, and I won't have this anymore approach, we break out of stuckness, and truthfully then you will reach for your stars. From this full moon we can tread our true path of vision. We can tread our individual path of fullness. We can best tread this phase of our incarnational life path at this point in our life, our destiny path that we incarnated to succeed on, our individuation path, gaining psychological awareness and being able to apply ever more spiritual dimension and meaning to what we learn about our egoic self. Okay, what about the sun at the time of this full moon of the 8th of December? Now, sun obviously is opposite the moon at 22 Vedic Scorpio, and it's in Jyesta Nakshatra. So it's helpful to note that Jyesta is an energy that includes the eldest, seniority, wise leadership, and often a potential for psychic or occult powers. And do note also that the sun of this full moon is conjunct the star Ras Algethi. Ras Algethi's energy is that it wants to restore balance and natural order. And stuckness, where we might be blocked, is not balance and natural order. But this star's energy gives honour and power to the gods. That's the ancient teaching. And star wisdom all comes from very ancient teaching. Babylon, Egypt, Persia, etc. And also Ras Algethi's energy can help us find a sense of power and purpose. Okay, a couple of final points about the astrological energies of this full moon of the 8th of December. It's hugely important to note that this Moon-Mars conjunction is conjunct the fixed star Rigel, R-I-G-E-L, orb 1 degree. Star Rigel can confer honour, happiness, inventive ability, active educating. But be wary of allowing in disappointment that is specific to the Moon Regal combination. It's a well-known feature that Moon conjunct Regal can create disappointment. Be prepared to deal with disappointment. If we feel a measure of disappointment at this time and the ongoing time of your project, use that disappointment feeling as a stimulus to overcome, not as a reason to just let ourselves be dragged down. And just note also, secondly, is an add-on point about Moon-Mars, that this Moon-Mars conjunction is in a Nemesis area of the heavens, known very anciently as Rohini Beta. And that's because of this Rohini Beta energy that Rohinis often have their downfall. Due to their stuckness that they can go in for, which ultimately creates earthquake and tsunami. Think about it. Now, Rohini Beta runs from 19 to 24 degrees Taurus. And relevant to that, Taurus nature and the nature of this full moon can be too pleasure-loving and lazy. So I definitely feel, and I want to work towards, the call of this full moon, which I see as to pursue our project or pathway, to be driven by the energies which we can liberate from our hidden or buried power, accessing what's stuffed into our shadow, including our wild nature that doubtless was disallowed. Smash out of stuckness. Discover your vision. Do work that, and I'm doing a vision journey next. Insist that you will connect with your vision. And as I've mentioned just above, attract honour into your life now as you initiate your new or not properly fully started project or pathway. As I said in the introduction, please do see my part 2 video, which is a vision journey to connect to the energies of this full moon. Do have a look at my Love Star Dating website, by the way, which has recently been launched. And what I'd like to say about that is it's an international website for those people seeking love who are on a spiritual pathway. And so special about it, indeed unique, is that it's supported by 8 healers and astrologers. And as an optional extra, a special service if you feel it's relevant, they offer their skilled, unique services to you to better understand your love scripts. And if needed, if you feel needed, to understand and heal your relationships and your relationship scripts. Now, we created Love Star Dating because the fact is that when we find ourselves on a spiritual journey in this life, so often we find there arises the additional need to also find a love partner who is also on a spiritual journey. So that way we can grow together, including working on our negative scripts in a loving way together. So we can work together ultimately to become a power couple. So importantly, by the way, please do know that this brand new dating site means that we start from scratch with no members. Now, don't be put off by this. Please do join and help us grow the site. It's free to join. And I'd like to make it clear the reason we're starting from scratch with no members is because the truth is that most new dating sites start with bogus members, thousands of bogus members. We don't want to do that. We turn that option down. We want to be genuine. So please don't be put off at this stage by the fact that we started with no members. So register your details now, go to the website, and soon thousands of people following spiritual pathways and seeking love all can be found on the Love Star Dating website. So additional points, you can book an astrology reading with me through my Star Wheel Astrology website and through the Love Star Dating website. My wife, Maggie Pashley, offers a huge range of healing modalities worldwide. So you can go to her website, www.maggiepashley.com, email her or call her and set up a free consultation session, loads of ways. Do subscribe to my Star Wheel Astrology blog and my Love Star Dating blog. Do subscribe to my YouTube so that you get my, I feel, very helpful and genuine videos. And as I said, there's a sort of page on the Star Wheel Astrology website that can be very useful, which tells you all about the life area of each of the houses in your birth chart. And there's also videos and blogs about the nature of each planet. So, I hope that this video will help us approach and enter the energy of the full moon of the 8th of December in the fullest and most perceptive and wisest way, and in a way that is full of purpose and will make